Take one. I also think that the celebration of the 1918 Representation of the People Act gives us a good opportunity to look at the fact that it was not only giving the first women's suffrage, but it also gave all men over the age of 21 suffrage. So that's often forgotten about, and I think it's important to recognise.
I think that the centenary will kind of almost motivate women to a degree. So considering that we still have within certain industries unequal pay for men and women, and I think it will kind of almost inspire people not to go out and do arson attacks perhaps, but along the lines of that actually they know that they just need to kind of keep pushing for something to actually happen. You need to be active for this change to take place.
And do you think it has relevance then for contemporary feminism, contemporary politics? Do we need to learn from this split within the suffrage movement and think about how best to kind of begin our own campaigns for, as you said, things like equal pay, reproductive rights, these aspects of modern feminism? Do you think we can learn lessons?
I think the fact that we still have issues with the terminology and we have the different strands and this idea of you have the militant suffragettes and then the peaceful suffragists. I think that kind of, if we kind of take inspiration from both groups and combine it to be a united front, then it can really help to kind of push change forward. Whereas I think it proves that actually when groups are so divided, it can sometimes hinder, they can contradict what each other do to try and push through change.
I think it also offers a chance for reflection, so we can see how far things have changed for women, but also it gives us a chance to look at actually where we are now and where things still do need to change, obviously with equal pay as we've mentioned and things like that. So I think it sort of gives a good chance for reflection amongst all societies.
Also other identities, so we are considering women here, but there's also consider race, think class, things like that, where things are still not equal. So I think it offers us to sort of reflect on those as well.
So perhaps with the centenary of women's suffrage and with this revisiting to the suffragette and suffragist movement, we can think about how to apply those methods of protest and those ideas about equality to other campaigns that are relevant now, campaigns around race, campaigns around class. And perhaps things like the centenary are ways to engage younger people, and particularly students, historians, who may be kind of more interested in politics and government with things like Brexit and the elections in America. This may be yet another way to reignite those interests in politics by telling the story of women who were so determined to seek equality and change.